What's up, guys? Welcome to VDK TV. We got some cool stuff for you planned today. Here at VDK, we're doing a facility expansion. We are building a 20,000 square foot dog kennel that'll be able to house about 72 dogs. This dog kennel is going to have a veterinary room, quarantine wing, an exercise wing, extra training space, and of course 70 indoor-outdoor kennels. Not to mention, we'll actually be able to have a nice little wing where we actually have a whelping room and a breeding facility all in-house. So real quick, we're going to start with our facility that we're in. Currently we're here. This is about a 6,500 square foot facility. This has our administrative offices. This also has our training area. This parcel is 2 acres and is currently the building you're in. Switching gears, right next door is going to be our new build. If you look at this box right here, this is actually where our main facility is, our offices, our training space, and the property right next door is where our new spot's going to be. This new spot will have a training field, parking, and the kennel, and an area for expansion back, as this sits on 12 acres. All wooded, nice and secluded. We're going to start with the front here. So from the curb, from the road, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see this long building. Very symmetric. Michelle and I have to think about everything being symmetric. But basically, you're going to have a veterinary wing over here. You're going to have a whelping area over here, training room, entry, and then towards the back is going to be where the kennels sit. This is the side view. So as you see, the kennel runs go nice and deep. Everything is hidden behind the main part of the building, so nothing is seen from the road. Also, if you notice, we have kennels on one side and solid wall on the other side. I'll go over that a little more on the next page. So when designing a commercial kennel, we always like to keep the dogs in mind. Safety, health of the dogs, sanitary environment. And also we like to appease our neighbors and not have dogs barking so much. So we really go into the control of the dogs and how the kennel itself functions. So if we take a look here, each one of these kennel wings is an indoor-outdoor kennel. This space being the indoor, this space being the outdoor. This wall back here is solid. This wall right here is solid. So the dogs only ever look out and they don't see other dogs. So each wing is designed to have a small little gravel yard that also allows us to back our vehicles down, our van, our truck, our trailer, any of that, so we can keep the safety and the containment of the dog in mind. Each one will have a nice fenced area so we can close it off, and it keeps a nice contained area for the dogs. These wings also feature drains on each side, a nice trough drain. So when you're on the outside, you can hose the dog's kennel from the gate you open. So no more getting back into the back wall and trying to hose out. You just open the gate and hose right in. Keeps it nice and clean and safe. Each kennel wing features that. Each kennel wing also features windows above their walls to allow heat to dissipate. Moving over here, we have our main hallway. One of the nice things about that is we can see straight down. We're gonna have exercise equipment in here. We're gonna have a bathing facility for dogs. We're gonna have a bathroom for faculty and staff. That'll also feature a shower, because as we know, sometimes working with dogs, you get a little dirty. And we have a storage room that's gonna be able to house food. So typically when we purchase food, we purchase it a pallet at a time. So we'll be able to store 30, 60 bags of food in there, no problem. And of course, this is all climate controlled. Again, keeping the health and safety and the standards of our dogs on par. Right here is our quarantine room. That's great for if a dog gets kennel cough, if a dog gets sick, or something like that. We can actually put the dog in a quarantine room, take him away from the population of other dogs, and allow that dog to get better in a nice, safe, clean environment. Also, when we bring dogs in from overseas, typically we'll put them into the quarantine room right away, allow them to adjust before they go into the general population with all the dogs. Looking back down, we have a veterinary room. This is not open to the public or anything like that. This veterinary room is for dogs within our facility. dogs are able to, or veterinarians are able to come in, look over our dogs, administer vaccines. Clients can come in, bring their own veterinarian, review radiographs, make sure the dog is healthy, examine the dog, palpate the dog, and make sure the dog's all good to go there. Our entry here is designed to be a controlled access point. Guests can come into the entry. They can use the bathroom facility. However, they cannot gain access to the kennel itself. That'll be key coded, employees only, and faculty and staff only. Moving over, we have this room that says fitness. That's about a 14 by 15 room. That'll actually be a development room where we start some of our dogs off for detection work. It's basically almost like a puppy kindergarten room right there. Moving over here, we have our whelping space. This whelping room or breeding room is where the magic will happen. It's where all that magic will happen. Puppies will be born here, puppies will develop here, and puppies will learn life skills here till 8-10 weeks of age before they go out to their foster homes. This will be a nice big play yard. This highlighted purple line, or pink line I should say, actually shows that we're going to expand out that area and really create a nice puppy development area, if you will. So when we were first developing this concept, Michelle and I were going back and forth with ideas. We were moving from Michigan down to Georgia, so obviously a change in climate. And we were heavily concerned about not only the heat of the South and make sure our dogs were comfortable, but also the aesthetics of the kennel and making it not necessarily look like a kennel. We wanted to have a nice building, a nice property, and have the kennel runs behind it, so everything's pretty well protected. The noise dissipates throughout the back, and it doesn't necessarily look like a dog kennel. So when we first started coming down, we contacted our good friends Miles and Salama Narnor. And Salama, with her skills, really put to life what we wanted. I will find some photos of what Salama's design originally was and see if we can put those into the video itself here. But if we take a look at this overall structure, this is going to be the front of our building, okay? And just looking at it, you don't actually see the kennel runs that are going to be out back. It looks more like a business, a nice built building. And it maintains balance and symmetry all the way through. That was big for Michelle and I. This is going to be the veterinary room right here. It's going to kind of be split, and off to the side over here is actually where our quarantine wing is going to be. On this side here, we actually have another training room. That's going to be like the puppy kindergarten, if you will, which we'll go over later too. And also we're going to have a breeding and whelping wing. This wing will be able to allow mothers to comfortably whelp puppies and allow those puppies to develop. If you look at these kennel wings, in here is where the dogs are housed. And here is actually a wall that's going to separate interior and exterior, and there's going to be a window. So we wanted the heat to be able to, because heat rises, dissipate out while maintaining a nice, cool environment for the dogs. So dogs have fans, they have constant airflow, and that heat just rises and works its way out. You notice each one of those are fences, or kennel gates, I should say, or fencing gates. And this allows us to back truck and trailer into, or van into the kennel wings, shut them, and we can load up dogs, we can drop dogs off all in a safe, controlled environment, and they also double as dog yards. Going back to heat and constant airflow, we decided not to artificially heat or cool our kennel. And one of the reasons is the dogs we do typically go to federal applications, a lot of times Department of Defense. Those dogs have to work in hot climates. When those dogs leave our facilities, they typically are going out to, say, Texas, or they're going, say, here in Georgia, another southern state, right? From there, the dogs then go to forward deployments. Those forward deployments typically include Middle Eastern countries. So we have to have a dog that is acclimated to the operating environment that it'll be doing or working in. So we're currently helping a couple not-for-profits with their kennel. Some of them are doing kennel expansion, some of them are creating new kennels. We're helping them with the overall design idea. We're helping them with the sanitary environment for the dogs, how they're keeping the dogs, helping design the kennel to, again, dissipate heat, keep that visual sight for the dogs so they're only seeing 1 or 2 dogs at a time. and they're not overly barking or overly noisy, because some of these places are more urban environment. So if you need help with your kennel, let us know. We're happy to. So you've seen our plans. Now we're gonna go check out the dirt. At this point, it's basically just a kind of a flat area. They've been doing a lot of grading. There's more grading that needs to be done. We're gonna walk over to that property. We're gonna take a look at what they got going on right now, and we'll do we'll do multiple progress videos of this. And if there's something specifically you wanna see how they do, or how it's done, or how we decided to do it, please put it in the comment section below, and we'll be sure to answer that or do a video on it. Okay, here we go. As you can see, it's a nice sunny day here in North Georgia. Welcome to the new kennel for VDK. Where I'm standing right now is basically in the building itself. Technically, I'm probably in one of the training rooms, or the training room, I should say. To the left of me would be like a whelping area for the puppies. To the right, we'd have our entry, our vet room, and our quarantine room. Behind you is actually going to be our parking lot, and just past that parking lot is going to be a training field. That training field will be about 100 by 200 square or rectangular, and we'll have plenty of parking for spectators. Part of what we need is extra vehicles for training dogs. We'll have that out there, nice drive and stuff like that. Behind me is actually where all the dog runs are going to be going. They're going to be going out probably about 200 feet or so that way, all facing into the wood line. All these woods right here is our property, about 12 acres worth. As you can see up there, that's our training building and our administration building with offices. Hey, thanks for joining us on a nice hot Georgia day. This is going to be a series of videos, so hopefully every month or so we'll do progress. It might be more, it might be less, depending on how quickly build stuff goes and what the weather holds out as. But join us next time for building a commercial dog kennel.